I know that deep dragging pain in your abdomen can feel utterly isolating, but did you know that the endometrial-like tissue growing outside the uterus can develop its own nerve and blood supply, making it a persistent and independent source of inflammation and pain? And let's look closer. These cells, while similar to the uterine lining, are fundamentally out of place. Each month they respond to hormonal cycles, thickening, breaking down, and bleeding. But unlike the uterine lining, this blood has no exit. It becomes trapped, irritating surrounding tissues and forming adhesions, which can feel like internal glue, restricting movement and causing that characteristic pulling pain. This internal bleeding triggers a powerful immune response. Your body sends inflammatory messengers called cytokines to the area. As leading institutions like Johns Hopkins Medicine explain, in endometriosis, this process becomes chronic. It's a constant state of high alert, a cascade of inflammation that not only creates pain, but can also lead to systemic issues like fatigue and digestive distress, often referred to as endo-belly. So, how can we intervene? The key is to shift our focus from just the pelvic region to the entire system. We must address the fuel for this fire, chronic inflammation. And one of the most powerful tools we have to control inflammation is nutrition. What we eat can either promote the production of pro-inflammatory chemicals or provide the building blocks for your body's own potent anti-inflammatory compounds. Let's build your anti-inflammatory foundation starting tomorrow. First, you must rigorously reduce your intake of inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids found in many processed vegetable oils and packaged foods, as they are direct precursors to inflammatory prostaglandins that can worsen cramping. Instead, you will actively increase your intake of omega-3s. The goal is at least 2 servings of fatty fish, like wild-caught salmon or mackerel, per week. Why? Because omega-3s are converted into powerful anti-inflammatory molecules called resolvins and protectins, which, as their names suggest, actively resolve inflammation at the cellular level. For a plant-based option, incorporate 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flaxseed into your daily routine. This isn't just about eating healthy, it's about providing the precise raw materials your body needs to manufacture its own pain relief. Now for 2 more highly specific, powerful strategies. Second, introduce magnesium, specifically in the glycinate form for better absorption and less digestive upset. Aim for a daily intake of 200 to 400 milligrams. Magnesium is nature's muscle relaxant. It works by blocking calcium influx into smooth muscle cells, including the uterus, which directly eases the intensity of cramping. It also calms the nervous system, reducing the brain's perception of pain. Think of it as turning down the volume on your body's pain signals. Third, implement a daily 15-minute pelvic decompression routine. This isn't strenuous exercise. It involves specific poses like child's pose, where you rest your forehead on the floor, and gentle cat-cow stretches. The mechanism here is mechanical and physiological. These movements gently stretch the fascia and muscles of the pelvic floor, breaking up micro-adhesions, increasing blood flow to flush out inflammatory byproducts, and calming the overstimulated pelvic nerves. This combination, targeted nutrition, a key mineral, and mindful movement, creates a synergistic effect, empowering your body to manage inflammation and pain from within.